Hey y'all, welcome back to Lemonaders with Trinity Speaks. This is episode 3. The title of this episode is Getting Back to Yes. Um, Last episode, I talked to you guys about my list. And as I was thinking about and reflecting on that last episode, um, that list became my plan. And that plan gave me purpose. And having a purpose is what gave me the reason to get up every day. And there's something that happens when you find yourself getting up, even when you don't want to get up. And so today I wanted to talk to you guys about just getting back to yes, even when you have every reason to say no. I've had people in my life who have given me permission not to take another step. They've told me, Trin, if you didn't do anything else in this life but sit back and chill and kick back on a couch, you've done enough. And even though I have an appreciation for having those type of people in my life that will look out for me and, give me my flowers while I'm here and give me my props and give me my credit and stuff like that, I can't stop. I've tried. I have tried to say, I quit. I ain't doing nothing else. I don't want this. You can take it back. It ain't for me. You got me fucked up. People telling me God ain't gonna give you more than you can handle, and me talking to God and telling them you got the wrong one. I don't know which Trinity you intended to give this to. It was probably that hoe in the Matrix, but I ain't the one. It wasn't meant for me. This ain't for me. I'm not. I've had people tell me, well, Trinity, what would Jesus do? And I looked them in their face and I ain't Jesus either. I'm not. So I don't profess to be, I don't proclaim to be, I don't want to be. There have been times when I just said, I'm done. I want to be left alone. But I gotta be honest. There's this whisper. They say that the call for courage isn't a roar. It's a whisper. And every time that I want to give up, every time I say I'm done, I can't take another step, I ain't got it. I hear the whisper. And I'll be battling with that whisper. I'll be like, nope, I don't hear you. Somebody, that TikTok sound that's going on right now is like, let somebody else do it. I'll be like, let somebody else do it. But there's some things in this life that only you can do. There's some things in this life that require your uniqueness, that require your fingerprint. And there ain't nobody else that can do it because it's what you were born to do. I went to a speaker's mastermind last year. The first year after Taj died, I didn't work. I did not think that I would ever be able to get up on a stage ever again. I didn't think I had anything to offer. I didn't think I had anything left to give. One of the things that I pride myself with as a speaker, as a trainer, as a teacher, as an educator, one of the things I pride myself on is that I will never ask my audience to do anything that I'm not doing, I'm not willing to do, or I haven't already done. One of the things that I struggled with after Taj died was working with youth in particular. And the reason why I struggled with working with youth is because I had gotten to a point where I was able to look those babies in their eyes and tell them, one day you are going to be okay. One day you're going to be able to look at your life and be so proud of yourself for not giving up. And when Taj was taken away from me, I just felt like I couldn't look them in the eye anymore. Like I felt like I was being fraudulent in telling them everything's going to be okay. Because in my life, every time something was okay, something like, not just like little stuff, like something fucking big, dramatic, traumatic, drastic, crazy shit that you only see on TV, on the late night news, on Lifetime, happened in my life. And I just got to the point where I was able to say, God hasn't forgotten about me. Look how beautiful my life is. Look at what I've been able to create. One of the most magical, beautiful thing that I accomplished with Taj was becoming grandparents. My God, those babies brought out a side of him that I didn't even know existed. And it was just, we put the awe in awesome when it came to those babies. And the children that we raised and the life that we created for them. I was in awe of us. I was so proud of us. And I just didn't know how I could stand up on a stage and tell people that everything was going to be okay and inspire them when I was just feeling so dark and hopeless and depleted and sad. And so I said that I was going to allow 2022 to be a year of exploration and discovery, of figuring out who I was and what I wanted and how I wanted to rebuild this life of mine. And so I got a therapist, not a regular therapist. Like, I was like, I ain't doing no talk therapy. I ain't laying on nobody's couch. They gonna earn this money I'm paying them for each session, because what I need to do is by this time next year, I need to look like a completely different woman. You ain't laying me on no couch doing no talk therapy. I ain't having it. Do something else. So I started looking for therapists that specialized in trauma. And I found one, phenomenal. And we started doing some really deep work. In addition to that, I enrolled in all types of personal development and professional development courses. And before I knew it, I was on my way to Kissimmee, Florida, to a speaker's mastermind. And during that mastermind, I had a lot of things happen to me. Because I was going to that mastermind just to see if speaking was something that I even was worthy of doing anymore. I wanted to see if I had what it took. And as I'm sitting in that speaker's mastermind, I am being stretched and pulled and tested. And I am so far outside of my comfort zone, I just want to go to my hotel room, pack my shit, and leave. That was day 1. 5 days to go. On day 2, I'm taking a shower, and I had a butterfly necklace on. And the stem of that butterfly, I had it custom made. The stem of the butterfly had some of Taj's ashes in the back of it. And I'm taking a shower, getting ready to go to this mastermind, and I'm washing the back of my neck. And all of a sudden, I feel the necklace sliding. Like, and I made sure that I got like a very durable chain, because I knew that if something happened to that necklace, I was going to be devastated. So I made sure I got like, it wasn't no punk ass chain. Just letting you know, it was like a durable chain. When I tell you that that chain just like snapped perfectly, didn't fall to where I'm rushing to try and catch it from going down the drain. It just slid slowly to let me know it was coming off. But I decided that it meant that I needed to do this on my own. I was on this journey of self-discovery, and it was going to require me to do the work. And so, needless to say, I stayed at the mastermind, and it challenged me and stretched me every single day. And I questioned myself every single day. And I wanted to leave every single day, but I stayed. And then one day, one of the coaches who was there training us said, I had asked a question of, how do you know if you've healed enough to be able to go out and speak to anybody about doing anything? And he said, it is selfish of you to not share your story with the world. How selfish of you to think that any of this is only about you. Oh, you thought your story was just about you. You thought everything that you've happened has only happened to grow you, to hurt you, to deliver you, to build you up. It's not about you. Our stories aren't for us. Our stories are here to put out into the world, to serve the people. There are some things that your story will be able to do for someone that only your story can do. What you choose to do with the things that you have survived will be everything or nothing. You get to decide that. I get to decide that. We get to decide that. But in that moment, when he said that to me, I was angry. I was conflicted. I felt checked. But I knew he was telling the truth. And that was another way that I got back to my yes. As soon as I got back, I had my first speaking gig since Taj had died. And that speaking gig has now led to so many other speaking gigs. That speaking gig gave me the courage to even be sitting before you today. So the process to getting back to yes, when all I could say before was no, and God hates me, has not been an easy journey. But I'm glad I'm here. I'm glad I said yes to this. I'm glad I said yes to me. I'm glad that I'm getting up every day now and saying yes to life. Yes to loving my children and loving my grandchildren and loving my purpose and loving not what I have to do, but what I get to do in this world, and making a difference in the lives of those that are close to me, and making a difference in the lives of those that I will never even meet. That's a gift. And it's a gift that I honor and I treasure and I don't take lightly. And so I want you to ask yourself, what are you willing to say yes to? What are you willing to say yes to today, as you are, even in the midst of your brokenness, even in the midst of imperfection, even in the midst of all the things that you think you don't have in order to do something? What are you willing to say yes to? I hope it's saying yes to yourself, saying yes to life, saying yes to your purpose, and stepping into your greatness. None of us deserve to have a basket put over our light. But some of us need to know that we need to stop being the ones that are putting the basket on our light. And we just need to get comfortable with letting our light shine. I heard somebody say one time that this light of mine might be little, but I'm going to let it shine big. And so, no matter how many of these little things you've had thrown your way, I want you to be intentional and be deliberate, be purposeful, and making them count. I want you to take these lemons and I want you to crush the shit out of them. I want you to use them for everything that they got. Every piece of pulp that it has, I want you to put it to use, to create something beautiful, to create something tasty, to create something sweet, create something that nourishes, something that quenches thirst, something that speaks to the soul. Until next time, y'all my lemonaders, we rocking together. We started this together. We gonna end this together. I'll see y'all next time. Hey, my lemonaders. I just want to make sure that you share this information with somebody that may be going through it right now. If you felt something, if this impacted you, if this made a difference in your life, I want you to share it so that we can get the information out there. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and make sure that you hit that notification bell so that you are notified when we have new episodes. Take care, and until next time, lemonaders, squeeze up.